All right. Okay. So here it is. I got to break it up. I got to break it up over time, and I'm going to pause it and have my own comments. So here we go.
You meet somebody online. You are like madly in love by the second email.
There was no relationship ever. He's been to my work and harassed me. He shut me out.
He doesn't love you.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because I am the voice of reason.
Oh, hot beige.
Okay, so that was very cool. There was no relationship ever. Okay, so why would I spend all of my life savings to take somebody on a trip to Europe if there was no relationship? Okay, and a lot of stuff said there, and I'm gonna move it forward a little bit so we can cut through the commercials. Yeah, I did. I fell madly in love. I fell very madly in love. Shit. God damn it. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is still recording. Yeah. No.
Are you suing the defendant for actually the cost of a trip to Europe?
Letters are backwards.
For $5,000. You claim that the defendant agreed to photograph and document the trip, and that he failed to provide you with the photographs and the documents that he had agreed to provide so that you would take him on the trip.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Whereas the defendant says that the two of you met on the internet, that the plaintiff invited you to be his travel companion, and that there were no terms or conditions on his part in order to accompany you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So you tell me what happened.
We met about April, May of this year, and it was really sort of, I call it kismet. Everything started to fall in place for him to accompany me. It was uncanny how everything just sort of started magically working out.
From your perspective?
From my perspective.
How long had you known the defendant before you made a decision to engage him to come with you on this trip?
A couple of weeks. But it felt like kind of getting on a roller coaster, and the ride wouldn't stop, and it was fantastic. I mean, the time that we spent together was...
You felt it was meant to be?
I did. I really did.
Mr. Casper, what do you recall about your relationship, how it got started?
It did start online. We started chit-chatting back and forth on a dating app, you could call it.
Did you agree to date and
No.
meet?
It was just a "Are you hot or not" app. He had
What kind of an app?
a "You're hot or not" kind of thing.
Like Hot Bench?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He had a profile photo without a picture.
So you thought there was some compatibility or interest?
There was an attraction.
An attraction.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm ugly because yeah, put that face. And here's all this, but the first time that we met, he spent the whole night telling me how beautiful I was. So that's my interjection, Your Honor.
Do you meet?
We met within 4 days, I believe, after talking.
And what did you talk about when you met?
Okay, it wasn't 4 days. It was like a week and a half before we met when we were just talking to each other online. And oh, by the way, that's all in here earlier, back all the way up to the top. So here we go.
We met, he came over, we just talked about things.
So when did the European trip come up?
1 week after the day we started talking. There was no relationship ever.
I slept with him, well, at his house.
Describes it as kismet, but from your perspective, it wasn't.
We got along. We kind of hit it off on a friendship kind of base. That would be all I would say.
Now, the plaintiff alleges that he invited you because he wanted to utilize your photographic skills to document this trip.
That is not true.
Well, if I may clarify, Your Honor, we talked about, he's like, well, I don't have any money, I don't have anything to contribute. And I said, well, you take great photos, so you can take photos. His phone was better than mine in terms of the camera. And I said, well, you take the photos and we'll share them when we get back.
Is that the understanding you have of the agreement between the two?
Absolutely. That he felt that he couldn't contribute financially.
Doesn't that seem rather casual? Is that a contract?
We were pursuing a relationship. And he's like, well, I don't have anything to contribute. I said, bring your cameras. He brought three phones with cameras in them. And I said, look at what the great photos you're taking.
Did you have a written agreement?
We never had a written agreement. We had an oral understanding as to what we would do at the conclusion of the trip.
And where were you going?
My aunt was the only one in my family that didn't escape the Nazis or the communists. So I wanted to make a special trip to Poland to visit her gravesite.
And this is something you have been planning for a period of time?
For quite some time. That was a component of it.
And were you always planning to go alone?
I had planned to go alone, but then Joey came into my life.
Aha. So, okay. Yes, because that was it. And here's what I struggle with is, did he play that? I mean, well, he must have. I mean, but they say you can't really fall in love with somebody that doesn't make you feel like it, give you reciprocate in some way. And for him to be as callous as he is here is just intriguing to me. Though there was no relationship, there was well, he certainly led me to believe there was, and that, like, we met casually, and a week later, off we go. So I'll continue.
And I was like, it made perfect sense that we go together, explore our relationship. He texted me the day after we met. He said, I feel that we should be together.
Do you have that text?
I do. It's in this phone.
Is that right, Mr. Casper?
No.
You didn't text him that...
Said we should be together in a romantic sense? No.
Well, in any sense. Did you say that we should be together?
That we got along, and we had just met. We'd known each other 2 days at that point on messaging.
And what was your belief as to why you were going on this trip with him?
Just as a travel companion.
Okay, stop it there. I gotta stop it there. Yeah, really? No. I showed you that text. I have that text. I'll show it to you a little bit later, where it says that, I feel that we're meant to be together. And that's perjury. That's fragging perjury right there. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go for about another 12 minutes, and then I got to go bust some heads.
I don't understand how he thinks that I took great photos when he just met me because he didn't know I took a good photo.
Are you a photographer?
No, I am not.
What is your occupation?
Okay, so right there, he had sent me photos of the dam. I think I showed you the dams. He and his got kidnapped one day when we were supposed to meet. He goes, I had to go, and he went on a trip, and he sent me these incredible photos of Arrow Rock Dam and Lucky Peak, where they had taken the drive. I was like, man, those are great photos. Yeah, no, I'm just no. At this point, maybe they were commercial. But what's so funny is that I saw him. I was like, these are great photos, and then that's what triggered me to think that. So I had seen his work, and I had seen he's capable of taking great photos.
I'm a waiter.
Did you take photographs?
Oh, pardon me.
Trip?
Yes, I did. Maybe 200 or so.
Did you share them with the plaintiff?
I have some posted on social media, but they're on my personal cell phone, so I have not shared them with him.
Do you have photographs with you?
Yes, I do.
Took? Can we see them, please?
Yeah, there's a few there.
Now, there is some other language here that you had some other expectations of this relationship that the defendant breached.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little bit embarrassing, but to go in depth on this, he just recovered from surgery. The reason why we met, he begged me to come over that first night that we met to give him a massage, and I'm very good at massages, and everybody that knows me, I'm good at it, and not like that. I mean, I'm good at giving massages. and I don't mind it. I actually learned from nuns how to give massages. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I can go help this guy. I had no intention at all of having anything to do with him that way because he was recovering from hernia surgery. So I'm trying to explain this. It was supposed to be just like, hey, let's meet, let's be friends, just meeting someone. Because here I am. I've never met anybody. I mean, I didn't know any other people like me that were gay at all at that point. At this point, I was brand new. I went from 280 pounds to 180 pounds, and I felt like exploring, opening my life, and and I should have opened a vein instead. That's funny, and I'll copyright that.
Feel comfortable in talking about that?
Well, he was recovering at the time from hernia surgery, so he was a little sore and he couldn't be active in an intimate way. And he kept saying, as soon as I'm better, we're going to be intimate together. And he made a lot of promises on the trip during the trip about that, and never fulfilled any of it. As a matter of fact, when we were in Europe, he was hooking up with other guys while he was staying in my room.
Yes.
On hookup apps, meeting other guys while I'm sitting alone in the hotel room, wondering where he is and if he's okay.
And I did not send that mother. I did not send him home. Today, now that I've been edumacated, in a hot minute, I would have bailed on him. Actually, twice on the trip, I made reservations to go elsewhere and just leave him, but I didn't. I didn't because I made a promise. I made a promise to him that I would not abandon him, and I keep my promises. I kept every single promise I ever made to him. His promises, that's how many he kept. So it's almost time to break this off, and then I'll pick it up again.
Angry about that?
Yeah, a little slighted by that, to say the least.
Would that make you more inclined to believe that his companionship was more of a professional one?
I got played from the beginning.
You think?
From the very beginning, I got played. He set me up. He used me to get a free trip to Europe. And when you take a trip with someone, why would you not share the photos? What's the one thing you do when you get back? You have dinner, you share the photos.
Did you share the photographs with the plaintiff?
I had offered to share the photos. There was never an agreement. I was never with him. There was never any talk of sharing photos until we were actually on the trip.
Okay, wait. No, okay. I'm going to stop it there because he just said, I was never with him. Okay, 40 nights we were together, including a month in Europe. And he says we were never together. There was never an agreement. He never wanted to share anything with me. Well, he didn't, and he won. But I'm going to pause it right now, and we'll get back to this in a little bit because I'm going to publish this guy. And do part 2 or 3 or whatever it turns out to be. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry I've been so bad about this, but you see what I'm dealing with? And there's more over there.